Quick announcement. I recently came across another creator who makes beautiful 3D printed deck boxes. I'm not sponsored, I'm not getting a kickback or anything. I got his permission to post a link to his Etsy store down below. Feel free to go check him out. After the video, of course. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Roxy. Huge thanks to Roxy and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Roxy reached out asking for a deck led by Aveline de Grandpre, and I was more than happy to help build it for her. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Aveline de Grandpre is a 4-mana 3/3 legendary human assassin with Death Touch. She makes it so that whenever a creature we control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, we put that many +1/+1 counters on that creature. We may also disguise her for a green and a black. Disguise works similar to Morph, in that we may cast her as a face-down card for 3 generic mana, then pay her disguise cost at any time to turn her face up. Now, we probably won't be using her disguise very often. The whole point of Morph creatures was that so your opponents didn't know what card was on the battlefield. But since this is our commander, the element of surprise is lost. Regardless, this will be a Death Touch deck. Additionally, this deck came with a requested budget of $500. So, apologies to your wallet. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is famous for their boulders, and they now have the new Boulder and Tray. Designed to carry both your commander deck and enough dice to satisfy anyone but a dice goblin, you can get yours in a variety of colors, like the frosted one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the Ultimate Guard Boulder and Tray, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, 3 Tree City, Verdant Catacombs, Marsh Flats, Misty Rainforest, Polluted Delta, Windswept Heath, Overgrown Tomb, Undergrowth Stadium, Deathcap Glade, Woodland Cemetery, Underground Mortuary, Woodland Chasm, Haunted Mire, Tainted Wood, Viridescent Bog, Twilight Mire, Llanowar Wastes, Darkboar Pathway, Golgari Rot Farm, Bajuka Bog, Oran Reef the Vastwood, Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, Cabal Coffers, 5 Swamps, and 5 Forests. One of those lands seems suspicious, Danon. Don't worry, it'll all make sense in a bit. For mana ramp, we've got Sakura Tribe Elder, Ramanup Excavator, Fanatic of Ronus, Sakura Tribe Scout, Nightshade Dryad, Leyline Prowler, Vraska the Silencer, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Farseek, Nature's Lore, Cultivate, and Kodama's Reach. Some on-theme ramp and some staples, as it should be. Our card advantage package consists of Cleopatra Exiled Pharaoh, Oran Frostfang, Sidisi Undead Vizier, Vizier of the Menagerie, Oran Viper, Sivris Nightmare Speaker, Sashiro the Anointed, Tower Winder, Caustic Bronco, Toski Bearer of Secrets, Varagoth Bloodsky Sire, Demonic Tutor, Skullwinder, Death Reap Ritual, Journey to Eternity, and Growing Rites of Itlimoc. Once again, a good mix of thematic cards and staples. For interaction and spot removal, we have Ambush Viper, Glissa Sunslayer, Assassin's Trophy, Beast Within, Return to Nature, Farika, God of Affliction, Putrefy, Golgari Charm, Death Sprout, Abrupt Decay, Whisper of the Dross, and Casualties of War. Gotta keep our opponents from getting too far ahead. For board wipes, we've got Toxic Deluge and Damnation. Simple and powerful. The core of our deck consists of Hooded Hydra, Thieving Amalgam, Hooded Blightfang, Finn the Fangbearer, Nighthawk Scavenger, Ophiomancer, Questing Beast, Hornet Queen, Vampire Nighthawk, Poison Tip Archer, Sereth the Viper's Fang, Ronus the Indomitable, Rottenmouth Viper, Stonecoil Serpent, and Vraska Swarm's Eminence. Supporting our plan, we've also got Prowling Serpapard, Branching Evolution, Akroma's Memorial, and Triumph of the Hordes. Gotta close out the game somehow. Now that we have our deck list, we can compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 36 lands and 15 pieces of ramp. 16 pieces of card advantage. 12 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog and Return to Nature. 2 Sudden I Win cards in Akroma's Memorial and Triumph of the Hordes. As I'm sure you've guessed from this deck list, this is a snake deck. But snakes were not the primary focus. I wanted to focus on creatures who naturally had Death Touch. Now, there are a lot of snakes in Magic that have Death Touch, but games of Commander aren't generally won by 1-mana 1/1s. So I'd rather run a good creature with Death Touch over a bad snake. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be running any snake synergies. And once we have a good board of slithery boys, we can slam down either Akroma's Memorial or Triumph of the Hordes to win the game. With all the card advantage we're running, everything from tutors to mass card draw to graveyard recursion, it should be easy enough to dig through our deck. So your strategy with this deck is to have a good mix of ramp, lands, and card advantage in your opening hand. You'll want to ramp out as quickly as possible, then cast your card advantage spells to refill your hand. Once you have a good board presence, don't hesitate to be aggressive with this deck. Figure out who's the most dangerous person at the start of your turn and send your lovely little Death Touchers their way. Do you have an Aveline de Grandpre Commander deck? What direction did you take the deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Borgie, Nazwin, Midge, Alex, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William Pye, Turner, Triz, Kazaris, Slack, Booksu, Patrick, Vox, Liam, and Travis. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.